Okay, this kitchen has reached a level of chaos that even I can't cook in anymore. Every cabinet is overflowing, my islands are holding items I don't even remember buying, and somehow my utensils are multiplying like rabbits. So today, we're pulling everything out, reorganizing on a very tiny budget, and turning this place into a space I can actually film in that works and is beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. Let's fix this. Welcome to my kitchen that usually does not look like this, but believe it or not, all of this stuff has been piled in the cabinets for quite some time now, and it's been driving me insane trying to film videos and do things in the kitchen when I just felt like everything could be organized better and make more sense. So today, that's what we're doing. We're getting everything out, and then we're going to put it all back in a way that makes sense, is functional, and I'm going to show you how you can do this for your own kitchen, big or small, cook friendly or not. However you use your kitchen, this method is going to work for you. Let's hope it all fits back in the cabinets. You can't fix a space unless you know exactly what's in it, so we're pulling everything out of these cabinets. When I was pulling things out, I tried to organize them by things that were within similar families, so food with food, glassware with glassware. But this was about the point where I started to realize I had maybe had too many mugs, and there was actually no such thing as too many wine glasses. And if you're gonna get everything out of your cabinets, take it as your sign to also give them their biannual wipe down as well. If you're like me and you also live in a rental space, take advantage of what you can change. My cabinets have movable shelves, so I set these up to be the exact height of a bunch of my wine glasses, and I moved this one to fit all of the water bottles on top. So take advantage of what you can move and don't focus on the things that you can't change. Some things I have moved around dramatically, some things I haven't. Like, I am definitely keeping all of our dishes right here above the dishwasher and next to the sink because that makes that whole process a lot smoother with cooking. But most of the drinkware that was over there has now moved to the far cabinet there. I'm trying to think about where things go that are going to be convenient, right? We want things in the back of cabinets that we'll actually go searching for. And so at this point, it's about getting everything out, figuring out what's important and where's the best spot for it to go, and really just decluttering. Like, even this space up here, I'm just going to declutter so much, and hopefully that gets us in a good spot. There are very few rules that you need to remember when doing this. Keep things that you reach for often in convenient places, tall things in spaces where they're going to fit, and dishes near the dishwasher, cooking utensils near the stove. At this point, I've made a ton of progress. Pretty much everything has a home inside a cabinet, and let me tell you, they're way more organized. They make a whole lot more sense. So now we're in the process of getting things looking nice and aesthetically pleasing. And a big part of that is decluttering. So I put you over here mainly because you'll notice I took some of the things away from the counter over here. I'm only leaving things out that I use pretty much every day. Unfortunately, that means the coffee stations just gotta stay a little bulked up. And we're going to kind of keep zhuzhing this. But another thing that I thought would help with kind of decluttering the space was redoing my utensil bucket. This is all stuff I already have, but putting less in it and not having so many different colors and shapes and sizes helps bring the space down a little bit. Just makes a lot more sense. I'm trying to kind of clear things away. Now, these I want to keep on the counter. Right now, I do have an issue where I don't use this olive oil pour a lot, mainly because I get nervous with it because it did break. And it's a farmhouse pottery olive oil pour, and if you know, you know. And I really should use her more often, but we're going to get in the habit of that. These are nice, and they're also like a nice neutral color. So I do think I'm going to keep these out, but the thing that we need to work on is getting the counter clean and also getting this off, right? I'm going to move the islands around to see if that also will be helpful. And this whole thing, we're going to kind of par down. So hopefully these two can fit on there with the salt cellar, the pepper shaker, and we'll go from there. Obviously, I love the lilies. Obviously, they've also seen better days. But we're going to get this Lazy Susan in a more usable state. Clean counters are kind of my Roman Empire, and I will die on the hill that I need to do it with a Clorox wipe in order to disinfect it properly. That is just the germaphobe in me, and it will stay that way. Because I film in this space a lot, I wanted to bring some more light to the area, so I found these LED rechargeable lights on Amazon. It was $18 for the 2-pack. You just peel these off, you can stick them on, then they're magnets, so you can just pick them off to charge, and this is what they look like turned on. They add a lot of light to this area, and I think it's going to be a really nice pop for videos from here on out. Another pro tip I have for you when it comes to choosing what gets to stay on your counters is that this is prime real estate, so only the essentials get to stay. This island honestly was the thing I was the most worried about. It had just been collecting a lot of junk for a long time, and I love to use this space to really highlight my cookbooks. So we took everything off. We ended up moving the islands around and taking the sides off of the black ones, switching their positions. And then I tried to be very intentional about the cookbooks I added back and the order I put them in. I definitely think you should check out some of these titles because these are books I come back to over and over and over again that really truly inspire me. As much as I love a pop of color, my little Lazy Susan here was just not reading right with all of the things that I constantly was putting on it, and we want this to be pretty yet functional. So needs to read good on camera, but also be a spot for me to reach for when I'm cooking. Keeping things like salt, pepper, butter, oil here are essentials for me, and also keeping Bertha here right where I can keep an eye on her. This adds functionality to the space without adding too much clutter. Wow, this is the old kitchen and this is the new one. You can't tell me that this isn't a glow up. It feels brighter, calmer, way more functional, and I did it basically for free. A couple of lights a lot of decluttering, and suddenly this looks like a real cooking space. And honestly, I feel so much better now. I can't believe how actually different this kitchen feels. It genuinely feels like a whole different setup. Now, will it stay this clean forever? Definitely not, but it's going to make filming lots of content and making delicious meals a whole lot easier for the time being. If you want to see all the goodies that I'm going to make in this new setup, be sure to click subscribe to see everything that goes on at the table. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you at the table again soon. Bye!